Hi, I'm Mike Reed, Operations Section Chief for Rocky Mountain Team 2, and this is your operational update for Friday, June 12th. Starting over here in Division Delta, we've continued to work this anchor and with engines, and we do have dozer line that's around this. It's really looking good here. We don't anticipate any issues, especially any westward movement. And we're just continuing to reinforce the line to ensure that it doesn't move any further to the west. And that's all the way up to Soldier Creek. After Soldier Creek, we're not able to access it with engines, but we do have hand crews that have been working direct on this and securing the line and making it safe, taking heat and removing heat away from the line, and continuing to work uphill here. We don't necessarily have access all the way in, but we do have some points where we can access the line here. So we've been inserting ground resources, hand crews in particular, who are working this piece of line to ensure that it's safe. Coming down into Zulu, up on top here. So with southwesterly winds, it has definitely increased fire activity on this north end. So we're working with the resources and bringing in some aviation to help to cool that down and try to slow and help to prevent further spread to the north. You definitely are gonna, for today, you will see increased activity on this north end today. We're working closely with our partners in emergency management and our liaisons within the team to ensure that if there's any changes within evacuation status, that messaging is communicated to the public. Coming down around through Division Zulu into Division Alpha, so this big push that it took a couple days ago, this definitely came into more favorable fuels. We continue to reinforce this. What's really nice is this is more of a grass model here, and we're able to access it with engines. We've really put a really good mop up on this, and we are seeing no further spread. It's not contained yet. There's still some heat that we're searching and destroying along that line. But this is not moving, and we're feeling a lot better here. That takes us around into Alpha here. This is the community of Crawford here. We are also mopping up this edge here. We have significant resources because of the values of the community of Crawford itself. And we're continuing. We're not seeing any more westward movement. It's looking a lot better in here. And again, this is also coming to more favorable fuels, and so it's a lot more accessible for us to get in there and access it and to mop up that edge. So coming down around on Highway 20, so we do have resources that are still working on the roadway here where it has crossed. So this comes down into a little bit more of a drainage here. There's a lot of cottonwoods, there's a lot of heavy deadened down. It's definitely holding a lot of heat, but we have gotten some dozer line and some resources around this. So we're not expecting any further movement to the south and east, and this is helping to remove any threat to the community as well coming from this. So we're feeling better here, but we definitely have a fair amount of work to do in here to secure this edge and ensure this is safe. Fort Robinson is looking really good. A couple days ago we had completed the burnout in there when I had made that push towards it. We continue to mop up the edge. So what we're doing is the best way that we can deal with the structures that are in here is we have water tenders in there and engines in conjunction with hand crews who are just working that edge, literally hands in the dirt, looking for heat, mopping that edge up as best they can to ensure that there's no movement. The other thing that's really in our favor here within Fort Robinson is that, it's grass and it's a lot of it's irrigated, so it's green grass, so it doesn't burn. Or it's less likely to burn, so we're able to really secure that well. Fort Robinson is looking really good right now. We continue to have resources in there, mopping up that edge, but most of the threat to Fort Robinson has been removed. Coming down along Highway 20, this is continuing to close up. This big bubble here is mostly grass, and the reason that hasn't closed in is because it's got some green component to it, so it's not wanting to burn so much. But we are continuing to have resources along the highway, addressing this fire as it hits the highway to ensure that it doesn't come across. This piece of fire here, that's south of Highway 20, we're using White River Road around, and then it ties into a dozer line here. This gets green in here, riparian. There's a drain in here, there's some water in there, and it's really not showing itself to want to move. So we're trying to pick up this edge directly and mop that up to secure that to prevent any further movement. And then we have some values in there, there's some residences in there, so we're ensuring that there's protection put in place either with an engine stage at the structure or work in the immediate area that may be black around it. Coming around lastly is this piece right here has not moved. This has been worked very sufficiently. We can access it with engines. Just like over here, this has been worked very hard, has not moved, and we expect to be showing containment here in the very near future. That's your operational update for Friday, June 12th.